Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, so Trump held a rally in Pennsylvania, and after two attendees passed out, he decided he didn't want to take any questions from the audience, and then for the next 39 minutes or so, played music, stood on the stage, and did his fanciest dance moves, which usually involves him orchestrating or rocking back and forth on his feet or doing this type of thing. Yeah. To which Kamala Harris said, "I hope he's well," because it's just like it's bizarre. That is not normal behavior. Let's see. Trump had said, "No, those two people who went down are patriots. We love them. Because of them, we ended up with some great music tonight, right?" And of course, his crowd cheered him because he's Trump. But a bunch of people left too because it's like, "Oh, we're gonna watch the old grandpa awkwardly dance up there. Yeah, I'm out of here. Time to beat traffic. Maybe catch that one shuttle bus back to the parking lot." Kamala Harris has also been playing footage from Donald Trump's rallies where he keeps talking about the enemy within, and she's pointing out that that's us. When he says that China and Russia are not nearly as dangerous as the enemy within, he means anybody not voting for him. And the kitten just kicked down the door and joined me in here. Hello, Elle. How are you doing? So let's take a look at the Trump event. It's interesting because when people pass out at his events, it's like he doesn't know what to do. It throws him off. Remember how a few weeks or a month, 6 weeks ago, somebody passed out at his rally, and people were saying, Trump glitched for several minutes, just stood there. Well, he stood there because there were people attending the person who was having the medical event. And it's like, when there's a medical event, it's almost like he freezes. He doesn't know what to do. And I think when these people are passed out and he's watching the doctors work on him, he's playing the music, so he's distracted. So I want to look at that. That to me is the interesting part that I don't hear anybody talking about, is that there seems to be like a psychological issue with him watching medics or doctors work on somebody. It's like he emotionally can't handle it and he shuts down. And the music, I think, is just an escape mechanism, so he doesn't have to talk about it. Kind of like how people pass out when they see blood, that sort of thing. I think it's kind of like that with him. All right, let's take a look at the energy, anyways, of Trump dancing at his rally instead of answering questions. Let's take a look and see what Spirit has to say about that. This is for entertainment purposes only. Foundation of the reading is the Six of Coins. All right. I'm talking about medical. You got the balances like the doctors sometimes have, and the coins, which are about health and wealth, and helping people who are down on their luck. It could just be that he's there for the money. That's for sure. He's running out of time, too. By the way, I've received like 5 or 6 text messages today from the Trump campaign trying to get me to donate money, any amount, to their campaign. This is in contrast to about 4 from Harris's team. Now, mind you, I've never donated money to Trump, so I'm not quite sure how they got my phone number, but I have donated money to Harris, so I can understand why they would call me. Okay, so what do we have? We have heartbreak, disappointments, betrayals. We got the Page of Cups, which is kind of the delusion card, the QAnon card, and this almost feels like he's slipping into madness, as it were. We talk about strokes and heart attacks, and this is Libby's health event here. I think he's been having health events, and he's losing his grip on reality. I think this is Dr. Jackson actually helping him along. Dr. Feelgood there is keeping him, but there's only so much you can do. In the past, you got the hanged man, not so much throwing people under the bus, but a new perspective. He's not the same candidate that he was in the past. It's a degeneration. There's something going on with him health wise that is degenerating. This one's circling around his head, and this guy's upside down. So it's like his way of looking at things is getting crazier and crazier. But it's been going on for a while. This is just the normal progression that we're seeing. And there's nothing doctors or anybody can do about it. It's a downward spiral that he's in. There's no helping him on this one. The lesson to be learned is this is not the type of person you put in charge of countries. He's the Mad King. Emperor Nero, I believe it is, right? Playing a fiddle while Rome burned, that type of thing. That's where we are with Donald Trump. He's having a health event. And the opposite of the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is the progression. This is the conclusion of it. Donald Trump's got health problems. He has got some absolute health problems. Again, I'm going to ask specifically about people passing out, because it just might be he can't handle that. But yeah, there's something up with his health that's causing this. The music is a distraction. And it could just be that he can't answer the questions anymore. That, whatever Dr. Feelgood has given him to keep him mentally cognizant isn't working anymore. Now I want to look at now what happens with Trump. What's the connection with Trump and people having medical events? Because this has happened multiple times, at least twice now that I can remember, where people have passed out and he doesn't quite know how to handle it. He seems to freeze up and needs distraction. I'm also called to mind when he was giving Megyn Kelly a hard time about women bleeding from places. Like he's got this strange phobia. He's apparently a germphobe, which doesn't surprise me, but I'll bet, yeah, there's something up with him. Let's see if Spear can give us any insight as to why Trump seems to freeze when somebody has a medical event. Okay, again, entertainment purpose only. Let's see what kind of insight we can get from this. Okay, he wants the foundation. It's like he needs quick distractions. Somebody goes down. It's almost like he gets this rapid response, like an adrenaline rush of some sorts. And I don't mean adrenaline rush like like parachuting or bungee cord jumping. This is more the fight, flight, or freeze type thing. I think he goes into the freeze mode because he's trying not to run. What are we going to cross that with? The Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So I think his reaction is like a phobia or something like that, and he's had it his whole life. He's been carrying this burden for a long time, and it's like hereditary. These two cards right here tell me he's had it for a long time, and he's had it his whole life. Hereditary or family related, family health related. Some things are just how you're wired. Shots with the needle technology and using smaller needles, shots do not hurt as for me as an adult as they did when they were kids, when they used larger needles and the needle technology wasn't that great. But every time I go for a shot, I turn green. I cannot donate blood because I cannot stay conscious long enough to donate a pint of blood. Why? I don't know. That's just how I'm wired. And the nurses who I've worked with who have noted that say some people that happens to some people. They just can't do it. So my empathy goes out to Mr. Trump. That it's like seeing somebody who's bleeding or somebody who throws up, and then you get physically ill quickly yourself. It's something that he can't control. It's just something that happens to him. In the past, it's the devil card. Yeah, and I don't mean the devil. It's a phobia. It's a fear. It's a phobia of some sort. And again, he's had it. He's had it like his whole life. Could be an experience he went through, a trauma that he suffered a long time ago as a child. But there's definitely a phobia that's associated with this. Is it about women? Women and women's health? Maybe it's about his mom. Maybe something happened with his mom. I know his mom had health problems through much of her life. And his father basically pretended like she didn't. But yeah, there's something really traumatic has happened to this guy. Yeah, when it happens, when somebody has a health event, he has to mentally check out. He has to emotionally and mentally check out. He needs to get away from it. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He just knows he can't be there. He's got to go. He has no control over it. And I don't think he's ever seen anybody to address it, because that would be, I don't know, looking after your own health and taking actions on it. That's not exactly what he does. Because if you admit to something like this, it looks like weakness. Waiting for the strength card to pop up. Out comes the King of Cups. Yeah, he emotionally can't handle it. He keeps it together well enough during the event, but his handlers and the people around there know that he cannot handle seeing a situation where somebody passes out or is ill in front of him. And again, that could go right back to the germphobe, the germ phobia type thing. Like, if that person passes out, maybe they've got something highly contagious, and he doesn't want to be anywhere near that. And if, bleach, disinfectant, and light can kill COVID, maybe sound waves of his favorite music will keep the nastiness at bay. All right. Anything else? I'm really curious about Coachella, and I can just work that one in here as well. Actually, no, I'll do Coachella as a different reading, because it's going to be like, how do people feel? I think it's going to cost the votes. Not that it matters. It's California. Their votes don't count because we have the Electoral College. One person, one vote. It'd be a much better way to do things. Music. Why music? What does music do for him that causes him to be able to handle this phobia, whatever that might be? A little four-carder. Knight of Wands. I think it just distracts him. It's just a simple distraction. Something shiny's over there, type thing. Maybe when he was younger, playing music soothed him a little bit. Possible, but I think it takes his emotions down from the King of Cups down to the Page of Cups. Queen of Cups keeps the emotions, again, tamped down. And he's just distracted. Yeah, it's just a distraction. Walking over the cliff. But it has to happen quickly. I was talking about, something shiny here. I was waiting for the Knight of Coins to come up. But yeah, it's something that calms him down, but it's something that needs to happen fast to calm him down. You can't wait on it, because if you do, he loses control too quickly. I don't know if he goes off the rails or something like that. Maybe it makes him angry. It scares him and makes him angry. There's something here. There's a real strong emotional response that requires them to be ready for something like this happening. Keeps his emotions calm. He down to the point where he can handle it because he's distracted. Okay, so it's his binky. It's his binky. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. I hope you found this reading insightful. It is for entertainment purposes only, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.